Hey, it's Roz the Pretty Boss. We are here. You know why we are here? Because it is the release date of King Status 2, the next album by Quay-Zar. Y'all, I got to sneak peek and listen to this album. It's dope. So I'm happy to have this conversation here with Quay-Zar, but I know who he is, but you might not know. So can you go ahead and tell the people, who are you?
I'm an artist,
Nice.
I don't use hip hop as a particular type of artist. I'm an artist in general. I create art. That's the way I look at it. So, that's what I do. Conscious music, music with substance, with a message. That's who I am as an artist.
Substance. That's what resonated for me. And a lot of people get into the game for different reasons. For fame, because it's a hobby, not for substance.
Mm-hmm.
So why did you become an artist?
Just because I wanted to make a difference within hip hop. The way the trajectory was going was that the mumble rap was taking over, so I felt like the lost art in speaking about something that matters was being lost. So I said, I'm gonna just go ahead and take it upon myself and contribute, to the actual, the better part of hip hop, I should say, So yeah.
And King Status 2 for me definitely gets into things that matter. From King Talk to Be the Leader to My Brother. It seemed for me that it was a big affirmation to men of color. And that resonated with me. At times it felt, I'm churchy, so at times it felt like a sermon, but in a good way. Not like I'm preaching to you, but I'm really just here to motivate you.
Right.
And even specifically working men of color, men that were trying to do right. What does King Status 2 mean for you? I mean, number 2, let's talk about it. So you already had something to say. Why did you say number 2?
So the first King Status album, I released it, I believe it was in 2017 or 2016. And that album was more solely focused on myself as far as things I was encountering in life and the development of becoming, I felt like, to the king level. So King Status is it's a level of it's a level that all men should achieve to get to based on where they are in their life, So King Status 2 was me more like doing a version for all men in general. Yeah, so I just widened the conversation a little bit, even though it's still me involved also as far as what I go through and how I feel as well, but in general, what I've encountered and speaking to other men about things that we go through, I wanted to get some of that out there, to spread the message. Yeah.
That makes sense. So that's a beautiful evolution. So what I'm hearing is King Status 2 is for everybody. It's for all the men. So you have to share it. You got to go listen to it today. Keep listening because we're going to tell you how you listen to it,
right.
Okay? But that's what I'm getting from it. So, okay. So this message, let's keep it real. You said King Status 1 was for you.
Yeah.
So that was like, you had to get yourself to that King Status. So what message were you trying to convey when you said, I'm trying to get the brothers, the men around me in my circle to also elevate and have their own evolution? What was that big message you were trying to convey?
I think it's about growth. I think as men, we live in a society today where I think we kind of fall short in a lot of areas. We all do. Men and women, both. But particularly, I was speaking, to men like myself because I wanted to get the message and get people to feel more like, let's get on our game. Let's go ahead and get right and let's build ourselves up and let's build our communities up and let's grow as black men and do what we have to do to take care of our race and the country in general.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, it's needed, right?
Yeah.
Right now, what's going on, George Floyd, all these things that happen, like other people forget, but it's still in our DNA. It's in who we are. So we have to remind ourselves of who we are, and we have to intentionally be on that spectrum of evolution. So I think this album is good for us. So I have to quote it. I told y'all I got a sneak peek into the album, and this resonated with me. The beat was dope, but the lyrics, we had to get into the lyrics. Sometimes I want to give up for real. I feel like I'm stuck for real. Got no luck for real. Then I look up for real. Enough is enough for real. So I'm a woman of color, and that thing resonated with me. So this is for working men of color who trying to do the right thing. Those lines, what does that mean for you? And what was a time where you just felt stuck, you wanted to give up, and you had to pull yourself up?
Well, all the time, I think in general, and not just for men, a lot of this song, that's nothing I'm gonna say, a lot of this song, when I say I'm aiming towards men, it's not just for men. I think everybody can get something from it. All humans go through a lot of these emotions, right? So, when for me, myself, anything I'm trying to achieve, whether it be business, whether it be fitness, we all go through a moment where we're stagnant and we get stuck and we want to give up, and we have to remind ourselves to go ahead and dig deep and get through it. And so that was just speaking to that stressful moment that we find ourselves in where we want to give up, and then we look up and we have hope again and we get back on it. So yeah, absolutely.
Did you have that moment with this album? Because I feel like you had to dig deep. Even for King Status 1, you probably had to dig deep.
Absolutely. I mean, like I said, in general, every aspect of life, we were trying to constantly fight the daily distractions of life and the stresses of life, and whether it be people, whether it be situations, we're constantly going through struggles.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe at the moment when the song was being written, I'm pretty sure I was going through a struggle, because they come quite often. I'm not exempt, from these lyrics, definitely. So yes.
And you get that. It's very authentic and it's very real. So I'm happy you said that it's not just for the men, because I can listen to it, and I can share it with my girls. And it's just, like I said, it's a big affirmation. It's a big motivational album. So this is good if you're working out. This is good if you have that big meeting you have to go to. You have something big that day. Like, this album will get you in that mindset. If you're going through something, all right, I gotta pick myself up. Like, this is one of those albums. At least that's how I took it. I don't know how you take it, but that's how I took it.
Yes.
So let's go to the first song on the album. It's Mental. It just starts off with affirmations. Why did you do this?
I think people don't realize how much our mind dictates our success and our failures in life. What we think, oftentimes, it actually moves us or takes us away from achieving what we're doing, because we're not motivated. We don't believe it. We have to believe it to achieve it. And we hear it so often. It's kind of cliche at this point. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. And it's one of those things that I wanted to establish first and foremost on the album, because I feel like if you turn this album on and you say these affirmations, you already begin to start moving towards thinking the right way.
Yes.
So that's why I started off with affirmations, and It's Mental addresses the mind, the type of how powerful the mind plays in our daily lives.
So I think It's Mental is a good song to start your day off with. And it's the first song on the album. So that's the first song. You press the snooze button 3 times, sometimes like I do. And after that, go ahead and turn on It's Mental to get your mind right, because there is something powerful to be said about what we think, and it affects what we do. So I think that's important. Let's get into some more of these lyrics. Okay, another song was called This Mirror. I had some ups and downs, but everything was relevant, shaping me for this day. I had to do some self-development. What does that mean to you?
And see, again, is basically addressing the fact that we all go through trials and tribulations of life. And we're constantly trying to find out who we are, and we're developing our weaknesses. We're trying to strengthen our weaknesses to get us to the point where we can actually achieve what we want to achieve.
Yeah.
So all our failures are relevant. As you get older, you realize that even though it was a loss, it was a lesson, right?
Yeah.
So that bar was pretty much pointing that out. That's all I was saying. Yeah.
That was a bar just now. Okay, even though it was a loss, it was a lesson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. Yeah.
Don't y'all take that. Okay. Go ahead and copyright that one. So you have a song. I love this. It was called My Brother, and you actually feature your brother on the song. And in that song, as a part of the evolution of Black men, you are imploring them to rise to the king status and to stop violence and to stop killing and to stop stealing and all these violent acts that we're seeing. I mean, in the city that we live in, we just see crime rise. Why did you feel the need to have this be a part of the evolution of men to their king status?
I think it's essential. It's imperative for us to grow. We have to definitely stop trying to harm each other and begin to unify as one. To understand that, we don't have to go out and kill each other for small disagreements. I mean, the biggest problem with us, I think, is us at this point. We're talking about black men killing black men for stuff that's minute. It shouldn't happen. And the reason why I feature my brother, because actually the song actually started off, the idea from the song started off with me and him wanting to do a song called My Brother before this song. And it was actually a song about me and him. But we ended up, I ended up getting a different idea about it to make it a bigger conversation. And I said, I'm still going to get him in it. And he did a great job with his verse. I really like his lyrics. So it came out to be real good. I think people will like that one.
Yes, another good one.
Yes.
Another good one. So we've already kind of hinted about this. The album does, the topic calls for vulnerability. It calls for you to keep it real, saying, hey, I don't always get it right. Like, there's times where I want to give up. I almost gave up. I probably gave up, but I pulled myself, back. Pressure, get back on the bus, like real topics. So, are you encouraging men to just be more vulnerable? Who should they be more vulnerable with? Like, what did you kind of want to get from opening that side of yourself out?
I think men don't talk about being vulnerable a lot. Amongst each other, that's considered a weakness. For a man to express how he feels, not only to other men, but to women. A lot of times it's like, suck it up, punk. So I think, that song, that bar, when I'm saying stuff like that, I'm trying to just reveal that we do have a side where we do get stressed and we do go through these emotions, and we have to we have to channel down, and we got to really pick ourselves back up, and we got to go forward. But it's just not talked about a lot. So that was the point of why I decided to talk about some of the feelings that men go through.
Hey, he already told y'all when we first started, substance. This ain't mumble rap, okay? So if you want mumble rap, come back when you need some motivation. This is the motivational album, the substance album for you. He is picking you up with this album. So this is the release date. Right now, if you're seeing this, okay, it is now open, ready for business.
Available right now.
But where is it available? Where can they go and listen?
All major platforms, streaming on all platforms: Tidal, Apple Music, Spotify.
Yes.
You can pull it up. I'll also post a link tonight, so you'll have the website to go to. It'll be available everywhere.
Okay, this ain't no on LimeWire. Okay, he said it's on everywhere. You ain't have no excuse. Go ahead and get motivated. I don't want to hear no statuses about, oh, I'm not feeling well. Go listen to King Status. All right, go ahead and evolutionize yourself. Yes, I made the word up, but go ahead and do that. All right, so how can they contact you?
You can follow me on Instagram, QuayZar. Just put in official QuayZar on Instagram and follow me there. You can go to Facebook. You can follow the Gold Collar Music Group fan page. And we'll be giving information and releasing 2022. It's going to be a busy year for us. Me and my co-artist Christopher H. and Juice Steve as well. We're going to be dropping a lot of new stuff. We got some stuff we're working on right now, already moving for the future. So follow us. We're going to keep you posted, updated. And if you want some positive energy, some inspiration, some motivation, this is where I want. You need to come right here.
I think that's the best way to end it. All right, go listen to King Status too. Pretty Boss out.
I said what I said and I mean what I said when I said that one time. Gave what I got, better hear what I drop in the dark, I'm sunshine. Who the man knew the man doubt what I did when I did that, some blind. Following, hollering shit, nigga just sit back, it's my time. I said what I said and I mean what I said when I said that one time. Gave what I got, better hear what I drop in the dark, I'm sunshine. Who the man knew the man doubt what I did when I did that, some blind. Following, hollering shit, nigga just sit back, it's my time. I like to deal with the truth. Let's take it back to the roots. Pull up and strap up your boots. You ignorant, don't have a clue. These niggas can't walk in my shoes. So how can you challenge my views? You caught up in